Hey everybody, Mark Cicerich here. I'm here to show you the artwork by Rene Magritte called Golconda. It's a very interesting piece of surrealist work. Along with Dolly, Rene Magritte is actually one of the most well-known and influential surrealist painters of his time, and helped actually the movement towards the movement of pop art. A little background on Rene Magritte he was born in 1898 to a wealthy manufacturer father. In 1912, his mother actually committed suicide, and at this time, Rene decided to study at the Academy, which is located in Brussels. Many of his early works he did were reminiscent of the style in which Pablo Picasso painted, where he followed a Cubo-futurist style of art. One such example of this work was a piece he created in 1919, Three Nudes. In 1922, he married Georgetta and took a number of small jobs, including painting cabbage roses for a wallpaper company in order to be able to pay his bills. Magritte was actually fascinated by the seductiveness of images. Ordinarily, you see a picture of something and you believe in it. You are seduced by it. You take its honesty for granted. But Magritte knew that representations of things can lie. These images of men aren't men, just pictures of them. So they don't have any, you have to follow the rules. This painting is fun, but it also makes us aware of the falsity of representation. Golconda, here, I'll show you the image here. You can see there, sorry about the lighting there. See all the different men in their bowler hats and their suits. Looks like raindrops falling down. Depicts a scene of nearly identical men dressed in dark overcoats and bowler hats who seem to be drops of heavy rain or to be floating like helium balloons. Though there is no actual indication of motion against a backdrop of buildings and blue sky. The men are actually spaced in hexagonal grids, and they are facing the viewpoint and receding back into the grid layers. One interpretation of this work for Magritte is demonstrating the line between individuality and group association, how it's blurred. Magritte himself actually lived in a similar suburban environment and dressed in a similar fashion of the men in this work. The bowler hat was a common feature of much of his work and appears in the paintings like the Son of Man. As was often the case with Magritte's works, the title Golconda was found by his poet friend Louis Scoutiner. Golconda is a ruined city in the state of Andhra Pradesh, India, near Hyderabad, which from the mid-14th century until the end of the 17th was the capital of two successive kingdoms. The fame in it acquired through being the center of the region's legendary diamond industry. And the name, actually, according to the dictionary, is a synonym for mine of wealth. Magritte included a likeness of Scoutiner in the painting. His face is used for the large man by the chimney of the house on the right of the picture, which I'll show you here. So if we look here, this large man right here in the center, zoom in there for you, right here, that's the figure we're talking about there. I'll make sure to include a good image on my link too, because I know it's a little blurry there, I apologize. Overall, what I want to discuss towards the thesis prospect here, though, is we want to look at this surrealist artwork and how it's affected the 20th century and its place in society, why it matters, what it's done to change art, and how it affects us to this day. And basically, overall, what has this done for modernism? Surrealism, in this day and age, there is some surrealist artists too, but I think there's definitely a need for more of this movement, and it's still a continuing idea. And there's new ways to approach it too. I actually have thought about doing this myself, making some modern surrealist artwork also. So, any other questions, please go ahead and reply to my link there too. Thank you very much.